Margie Smart, aka Large Marge, aka Lotus. Originally from Haiti, and New Yorker for sure. And, just an all-around artist, but I'm known for different dance styles like hip-hop, house, and probably a lot of cultural other dances too. Well, my crew right now is Dance Fusion, but as you know, Mob Top is the family, is the foundation, and then there's Elite Force and Dance Fusion, because we're all like a collective. We've all known each other for over 20 years and danced with each other for over 20 years. The history of house music and dance is very simple. It has the same roots as hip hop, but with a little twist, you know, because like of course disco had a bit of an effect on house, of course R&B, but house, of course, is another thing that really, you know, people say it comes from Chicago. It really doesn't, because it was Frankie Knuckles, right? Who's actually a New Yorker that went out to Chi-Town, right? But he just developed a sound, and then a lot of people just really liked it and started developing it, and with all those different elements of, you know, R&B, a bit of funk, a bit of disco, a bit of jazz, Latin jazz, you know. House is one of the most universal types of music that you could ever listen to, but that's why I love it so much. You see like jazzy styles, like Latin footwork, you see capoeira done, you see all types of spins from, you know, different forms of dance, and I just love the universal style of house dancing. About hustling? Anything that promotes people to dance with one another, I really love, because you know, just like all of the other cultural and like underground dance forms, you know, they're all social dances, you know, and they develop because people dance with one another, you know. I mean, it's conversation, it's having conversation dance-wise, because dance is a language. So I do encourage people to dance with one another, and I've hustled since I was a kid, you know. I do both lead and follow, and I teach both too. So I encourage hustling. I encourage having an open mind and open spirit to just explore different styles of dance, because that's what house is about, is having an openness of ideas. And you know, the whole idea of people coming from all walks of life under this, in the same space. We don't care what you look like. We don't care where you work. We don't care, you know, if you're having family problems. We just care that you're here, and in the space you're being honest and you're sharing of yourself honestly. And that's what it's about. In the beginning of my career, people who inspired me, I will say my peers, like my friends, inspired me a lot, because honestly, we didn't plan on being professional dancers. It just happened. It's true. We were just kids having fun, and they found us in the clubs and in the streets, and they were like, you guys have something special. And we ended up dancing for a living and getting paid for very little though in the beginning, but you know, it was fun just doing what we love together. But I think anyone who's willing to share their spirit through movement inspires me in general. It's not easy. It makes you very vulnerable when you're sharing something so intimate. So I think people who move in general inspire me,
Yeah.
especially now.
You can't just say pick up one thing to inspire you.
No. Many things inspire me. Sometimes I see somebody walking down the street that feels good about themselves, and that becomes a dance to me. You know, like if you see a woman and she's being sassy, I'm like, ow, girl, feel it. She's got her own rhythm and music. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's a dance. That's definitely a dance, you know? I know when I'm feeling good, I'm dancing. I'm not even walking down the street. It's a celebratory dance, my walk, you know? Well, funny enough, I didn't train in African dance very much at all, but you know, because I'm from the Caribbean, my roots are in West Africa, you know? And I think when you are connected to a particular part of the world, you naturally have those rhythms that are part of you, you know? And by a natural connection of my heritage, you know, I think those rhythms run through my veins, you know. So I do dances from West Africa very naturally without training, but the music dictates to me what to do, you know. I just naturally respond to the music. And I think a lot of the Afro house is inspired by Senegal, you know, Senegalese stuff, all the West African, you know, sounds. I think it's more West African at one point, and then later on they started with the South African, you know, stuff too. And then of course there's Fela, and you know, Femi and all of them. I love that stuff. You know, Fela Kuti, of course.